Hello Spirit Squad, this is Pixie from Pixie Moods. I am a creative witch, an intuitive, an empath and an energy worker, amongst other things. If you are new to this channel, welcome. This is a safe space where we can discuss spirituality, art and magic, and where I bring positive, uplifting messages of encouragement to you guys through readings and pick a cards, but not only that. So if you are interested in all those good things, by all means subscribe, join the Spirit Squad, and remember to ring my bell so you get notified every time I upload, which is at least once a week, so stay updated for that. And if you are a returning member of the Spirit Squad, welcome back, it's so good to have you here. Today's video is dedicated to the new moon we're going to have in Aries on Tuesday. So first I'm going to delve a little bit into the sign of Aries, overview of the personality, what happens during a new moon, what you can do. I'll be sharing a very powerful new moon ritual that I did a few moons back that really helped me, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So Aries is a fire sign. It's represented by the wands in the tarot. It's a cardinal sign, which means cardinal signs usually fall during equinoxes or solstices, so around the 20th, 21st, 22nd of the month, every 3 months. This sign is a positive or young or masculine or active signs. So we have 6 active signs and 6 passive signs, or 6 positive and 6 negative, which are all the air signs and all the fire signs. So the Aries is symbolized by the ram, as you probably all know. Aries season starts on the 20th of March and ends on the 21st of April. And it's of course connected to spring, right? Over here in the Northern Hemisphere. And I believe, is it autumn in the Southern Hemisphere? You guys correct me, please, because I know some of you live down under, so please correct me on that. Aries are ruled by Aries, or Mars, which is the god of war. The day of the week the new moon is going to be in will be Tuesday, which is also ruled by Mars. Every day is ruled by a different planet. Tuesdays are ruled by Mars, so you can expect it to be extra fiery. All right. They are associated to Archangel Samael, which is connected to Mars, basically. Aries rule the head. So decisions, assertiveness, being a leader, all of that. If you're an Aries or have Aries in your chart, comment down below if this is accurate. The overall personality is, of course, fiery. Aries are very independent. They don't need anybody. They are go-getters, natural-born leaders. And like all fire signs, they are very upbeat. They are very magnetic. And the shadow side of Aries is that they're also very impulsive. They can be demanding. They can be even a little bit aggressive. So don't get on the bad side of an Aries. That's all I'm saying. Famous Aries would be Stephanie Giamanotta, aka Lady Gaga, Robert Downey Jr., love him, and Charles Chaplin. Moving on to what happens during a new moon. Very interestingly, nothing happens. Meaning, physically, if you go outside and look at the sky, at the night sky, you will see stars, but no moon. This is because the moon is sitting right next to the sun. The sun being in the sign of Aries, the moon is also going to be in the sign of Aries. The moon is sitting next to the sun, so during daytime, that's why we don't see anything at night. What to do during new moons? New moons are a time for intentions. new beginnings. You are planting seeds. If this is spring season, you're probably literally planting seeds. That's great. You have to set clear goals for yourself and also be aware of unlimited possibilities. I heard someone say, the sky is not the limit because there are footprints on the moon. Keep that in mind, unlimited possibilities for yourself, and it's very powerful. When you set your intentions, when you write down your intentions, try to feel as if they have already happened. This is called the law of attraction. Feel as though your goals have already materialized. How would you feel? Right? How would that make you feel? So, questions to ask yourselves is, what do you plan on accomplishing at the end of this cycle, or at the end of the 6-month cycle? Because you always have a new moon in one sign. You always have a new moon in one sign, and then 6 months later, you're going to have a full moon in the same sign. So this gives you a 6-month span of what you want to accomplish during that time. Or you can set closer intentions for the cycle, right, until the next new moon. How do you see yourself at the end of that cycle? Where would you like to be? Spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally? What will you grow? How will you grow? New moons are also a very good time for cleaning. Always. Resting if you need to after all that cleaning. Dreaming up your ideas, making a vision board. For example, you can make one on Pinterest. Make a plan. Nurture your creative side. Always also a good time for soul searching, journaling, writing down your thoughts, writing to someone, anything. And it could be someone who is on this plane or someone who has left this plane. Possible rituals that you can do during a new moon. And during the new moon, actually, I do my rituals during the day. I don't mind. I can do them during the night as well, as long as you have the intention. So you can do deconstructive magic. I haven't done that yet, so I'm not going to go into too many details. I will let you do your own research if you are called to. Banishing, divination, of course. I think any moon phase is propitious to divination. New starts, obviously, inviting abundance into your life. Some of us are afraid to invite abundance in our lives. We think we're not worthy. But actually, that is just pressure we put on ourselves. Letting go of blockages. Again, thinking of journaling and manifesting. If you have a manifestation journal, my manifestation journal I use to basically write letters to spirit. Thank you for helping me get rid of this blockage. Thank you for helping me get over this. Thank you for giving me more confidence. All of that. And as you're writing it, feel like, oh yeah, actually I feel more confident. I feel more powerful, right? Banishing rituals are pretty much the same as a releasing ritual. So I talked about release rituals in this video. So you can check that out as well. But it is pretty much the same thing, I think. Light a candle, ground yourself, protect yourself, and think about what you want to banish and write it down. So it could be a person, it could be a place, a situation, it could be a memory, or several. Write it down on a piece of paper. If it's a person, what I suggest to do, if you can do it, is write their full name 3 times, along with the date of birth. Every time you turn the paper counterclockwise, because you're banishing. Write the same thing until you have turned your paper 3 times. Then you fold it away from you, because we're vanishing. Say it out loud, always, if you can, and burn it again if you can. If you cannot, flush it down. 100% results. Again, as you burn it, if you burn it, watch the smoke rise and release this thing from your life. Let it go. Release it completely. And forgive. What I did during a new moon, a previous new moon in Scorpio we had a few months back, I took the time, I was alone, I took the time to write letters to all the people I was thinking about the most, who had really hurt me. So I wrote a letter to about 5 or 6 different people. Then I wrote a general letter where I just put the names of like several people I know. And I also wrote letters to myself. So a letter to my younger self, to my child self, and a letter to my future self. Then what I did was read those letters and cry. It was so cathartic to release all of that energy. And I think even as I was writing them, I was like bawling my eyes out, because I was figuring things out as I was writing. My perspectives were changing as I was doing it. So it took me 3 hours, but I did it. I wrote my letters, thinking about what I wanted to say to this person. If I had this person in front of you and I had no filter, no limitations, no blockages, nothing stopping me, what would I say to this person? Truthfully, in all honesty, what would I say to this person? And I wrote things down. After I read them out loud to the universe, I burnt them and I watched them burn. Really, except the letters I wrote to myself. Dude, I have felt so much better since. I stopped thinking about those people. Those people are not part of my life anymore. Those experiences are not part of my life. They are gone. So sit in silence with your feelings. When you feel ready, of course, always give thanks to Spirit. Give thanks to Source for listening to you, for helping you. Release your protection. I would suggest washing your hands, washing your face, to kind of clear away all of that energy. Drink lots of water and move on with your life. This new moon is really going to be a good moon for thinking about new beginnings, what you want to change, how you want to approach things, where you have been too demanding maybe of others and yourself. Where have you been too impulsive maybe with this fire energy? But really take the time to sit with yourself and reflect. An affirmation or mantra you can use for this new moon in Aries is: Honored Crone of Night, I call upon you to put things right. Transform the negative thoughts and pain and help my life be whole again. So this is all I have for you today. I hope this helps. Let me know in the comments below. Drop a like if it helps. And remember, you are protected, you are supported, you are divinely guided. Until I see you next time. Bye.